The city's heartbeat in every story, connecting cultures one conversation at a time. More than a podcast, is your home away from home. Albuquerque, located in the heart of New Mexico, is more than just a place on the map. It's a crossroad of cultures, a meeting ground for traditions, and a home to countless stories waiting to be told. Here, every street corner, every gathering, and every conversation is a confluence of voices from around the world. In You Belong in Albuquerque, we aim to bridge the gaps between cultures and communities by sharing personal narratives that highlight the resilience, creativity, and unity that define our city. Whether you are a long-time resident or a curious newcomer, this podcast invites you to explore the rich tapestry of stories that make Albuquerque a truly unique and welcoming home. Welcome. Today we have an amazing guest speaker. Her name is Natalya Edelman. She's the president of the Ukrainian Americans of New Mexico here in the city. So please welcome Natalya. She's going to tell us about herself. How are you doing today?
Hi, good. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. So happy to be here.
Well, I'm very glad that you came today because it's very important that the community knows about the Ukrainian community and the wonderful things that your community brings to the city, and as well as your struggles, your challenges, and the power of the resiliency of the Ukrainians in New Mexico. Please tell us more about yourself.
Okay. I grew up in Bucha, little town, like 10 miles from Kiev. It's the capital of Ukraine. I had actually a very, very happy childhood with many friends, relatives. I finished the university. My first education, I'm chemistry engineer. My major is plastic. But in 1991, when the Soviet Union collapsed, all factories, labs, it was like stopped working, and I completely lost. I didn't know what to do, and I was teach at the college chemistry, and also working on a lab. After I moved to United States in 1899. Yeah, it's a long time ago. With my son, and my son was served here in Air Force. Actually, we used to live in Maine. Then we moved to Albuquerque. When my son went to Air Force, he was a database manager in that moment. And I still I love New Mexico. It's a beautiful state, and I just decided to stay here. Even my son right now moved to Texas and have a job in Texas. He's a mechanical engineer. And after I was study at university, cinema, film, theater university, and my major is I'm TV director. And I was working in reality shows, doing voiceover, the documentary films. I was in a film and TV industry. When I moved here, I didn't know how the film industry working here. And I went to CNM, took the 2 years program, pre and post-production, to figure out how the film industry working here. And I'm working right now on my documentary film about my little town, Bucha. I just came back from Ukraine 2 weeks ago. I spent almost 8 weeks in Ukraine, and last year I was in Ukraine. It's for the last 3 years I tried to go to Ukraine, to my town, Bucha, and take interviews, talk to people, what's going on, and look at the situation, what's going on in Ukraine. And it's really stressful to be in Ukraine because the Russian bombs us all the time and every night, especially like you don't sleep every night. And like I understand that I stay in Ukraine just only 2-3 months, but people, Ukrainians, they like every night couldn't sleep, and also kids, and everybody had to get up in the morning and go to work. And it's really, really difficult. And we are a little bit like safer place in Kyiv than other regions, like Donetsk region or Kharkiv region. It's more dangerous because they bomb cities and kill civilians every day.
Well, what you are telling us is the reality of what is happening right now in Ukraine. And thank you for sharing that part of the story with us. I want to ask you the question connected of how you were connected to the opening or the founding of the Ukrainian Americans in New Mexico, and how that organization is helping Ukrainians who live in Albuquerque and also the ones who live overseas.
Actually, a co-founder of Ukrainian Americans of New Mexico. We have 2 more people. When I met them it was in 2018 actually. It was a film conference, and I met these wonderful 2 men, and we start to talk, and they like speak Ukrainian very clearly. And I thought they probably from west of Ukraine because they use the accent and some words they only like west of Ukrainian people use it. And I say, "Oh guys, where are you from? Did you born?" They say, "Oh, I born in New Jersey." I say, "New Jersey?" And the second guy, "Yeah, I was born in Belgium." I say, "What? Guys, how do you keep your language? You speak so clearly." And when I start to talk to them more and more, they know history probably better than I know history, because in Soviet Union they try to, some historical moments, try to hide from Ukrainians in the schools. You will not even don't find this information what happened, like in 1827, or 1942 during the World War II. And we start to communicate with them. And one day because we're talking about the film projects, and one day they ask me, "Okay, do we have the organization here?" I say, "No, we don't have." "How many Ukrainians?" There's all details. And I thought, and look to each other, and maybe we should have like Ukrainian organization here, because we want to keep our identity. We want to save our language for our kids, for grandkids. We want the people know our culture, who is Ukrainians, because many times I had experience when the people come to me and ask me, "Are Ukraine part of Russia?" I say, "No, it's not a part of Russia. We are an independent country since 1991. Do you have your own language?" "Yes, we have language, Ukrainian language, but we speak Russian also." These all details. We thought we will make events. We will show our culture, tell our history. We will sing. We will, we present who Ukrainians are, because like many people like doesn't know who's Ukrainians, who they are. Yeah, it's we begin, and we got like all start to be like LLC, non-profit organization, actually corporation. Yes, we begin, and I start to be a president since 2018. Last year in 2024, because my film and some issues, I have to like a little bit say I need a break a little bit for a while, for 1 year, and we had different president. And since February 25, I'm again president of Ukrainian Americans. But we very like democratic organization in our status. We write that every 2 years we have an election. And everybody can be a president of Ukrainian Americans, but what is important that we begin this organization, and we want the organization will grow and start to be bigger. And like that.
Well, in the conversation we had previous to prepare for this interview, you mentioned something very important, the role of the Ukrainian Americans on New Mexico before the war started. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. Before war full scale began, we concentrated on our, like a culture history. But when the war began, we mobilized. All of us, almost all of Ukrainians here have relatives, families in Ukraine, friends. I want to explain the friends for us, it's very important also. We grew up with them like all the time in the school, kindergartens, and later they're like part of your family. And we understand we need help. Somehow we didn't know how, what, because we never it was not our idea, and I tried to find the logistic, because the people in New Mexico, it's amazing people. They send us letters. They ask how we can help. And they start to organize, logistic things, how we can transfer the all aids, humanitarian aids, medical supplies, transfer to Ukraine. Before, actually, and this is a story, before war began, I organized the demonstration, because when I saw the Russians come closer to the borders with all equipments and the soldiers, I understand it's serious situation. It's not just like they say, it's a training and nothing happened. And we gave the interview for TV stations and radio stations. I tried to pay attention to situation what is close to the border of Ukraine. It's serious situation. Before the one day when the war began, I had an interview in a TV station, and I explained them, please, pay attention. It's serious situation. Putin will not stop. These guys. He will never stop. And the next day, I remember this evening where I was, just sitting something reading, and my friend from she lives in Kharkiv. She lives here in New Mexico, and she called me and she's screaming like a crazy and crying. I even couldn't understand what she's screaming. She say, the Russian bombs cities, Kharkiv, Kiev, Chernigov, and like a second, what are you talking about? And she's screaming and crying, terribly. And I remember I put down the phone. I started to call to my brother. And nobody answered. I started to call to my cousins. Nobody answered. And you don't understand what's going on right now. And you see the news. It's like explosions, everything. It was really, really stressful. It's not just only me, because all of Ukrainians who live there, they went through this terrible time at that moment, because we didn't know what was going on there, and you didn't have a connection with your families and relatives. It was really difficult. Yeah, and we organized. Okay, I continue, and we organized the logistics. And I want to say the one story. The very, very nice lady. She sent me a letter. I don't have money. I am almost 82 years old, but I would like to donate something for Ukrainians. I say, okay, fine, let's go meet you. This is a place you can come, or I can come to your house, because I understand maybe she couldn't drive. And I come to her house, and she brought me the 2 sweatshirts. She say, it's what I have. It was so
I understand it's kind of very difficult to talk about these type of things, knowing that Ukraine has gone through so much, and your community has really endured a pain that nobody needs or desires. But at the same time, I know that because of the labor of people like you is that the Ukrainians in New Mexico feel that they are supported. And I want you to please share with us that wonderful work that you did with Sister Cities to be able to help people in your country.
Yes, Sister City, it's amazing people actually, and I'm so happy to meet the president of Sister City, Albuquerque Sister City, Pam Feather. She's a wonderful person, and we collaborate with them, and she helped us to celebrate like Independence Day, Ukrainian Independence Day, and we also signed a paper with mayor in Kharkiv, in Kiev, and mayor of Tim Keller signed the documents about the Sister City relationship. And the last time when 2 weeks ago, when I was in Kharkiv, or in Ukraine, we brought 22 laptops for kids at schools because of bombs every day. The kids go like underground to the basement to continue to study, and these laptops will help them to continue, to learn something. And like, I'm so happy. It's a little bad, but we help them. And also the last I met, because we work with, since war began, we work with organization, Zacateka organization, Alex Zacateka. We send them a lot of medical supplies, like everything they ask. We try to make events and raise the money for help this humanitarian organization, Zacateka. And when I met, this time I met with the soldiers. They came to pick up, this medical stuff. And the soldiers give me, this little thing. It's very, very like touch my heart, because it's from defenders who gave you. It's for them. It's very important, Yeah. And the Zacateka gave me his. He just like he has on his form, and it's for you, And it was, it's like very touchable moments for me, to get something from defenders, because they stay for almost like for 4 years. They stay, they fight, they say we want to be free. We will fight until our death. They want to be free. We want to be free. All Ukrainians want to be free. It's it. We want to raise kids. We want to, they have a family. We want to have a job. It's it. What we want. We want to use our language, Ukrainian language. We want our history.
And what I see about Ukraine is that it has been one of those places on earth that has gone through history, through many transformation moments. And it's like fighting for a moment of, I want my freedom, and then it goes back to being, again, under the responsibility of a different group or a different country through all the years of the history of Ukraine. But what you were describing in this moment in time, they want to really remain independent, just in 1991, Ukraine has been. There is some of these things, and I just wanted to give a little bit, because when you show the part of the badges that the military gave you, it just shows how much also the pride of being this individual or group or community members who are fighting for who they are, for their communities, for that freedom to happen once and for all, and to protect the communities in hard and good times as well. But I see like a situation, and the part of the badges, the part of the even the textiles that you're gonna tell me some story about it in a few moments, and the art and the pain and how the pain that your community has gone through is being transformed in something beautiful. And as I was able to see it when your community invited me to an exhibition last year in the International Folk Art in Santa Fe called Amidst Cries from the Rubble, Art of Loss and Resilience from Ukraine. It was a display of everything that was transformative about the war in something in art form that told a story, a powerful story of how you can go and be in a situation of going through hell and still have that strength, that resiliency to come strong and say, we have another day, we can save the day, we can work together, and we're gonna go ahead and continue life with our families, with our friends, here or somewhere else, but we're gonna do that. So I want to thank you for that, because that was a beautiful exhibition. I know it was put together in a short period of time just to be able to honor the Ukrainian community. And it was something amazing. I was heavily impacted by how transformative that art form it is. So do you see in every a place that you go to in Ukraine, and also here with the Ukrainian community, that art is the place where, is one of the places where you want to show your heart, your soul, your belonging?
Mm-hmm. Actually, for me, the art is like a bridge. You wouldn't speak, Ukrainian language or other languages, but when you show your nationality, you use art. You can use arts, you can use films, you can use dance, you can use even food, because like a borscht, probably everybody know right now, Ukrainian borscht. Yeah, and for me, art is a huge bridge. For example, I have an example. In 2018, we made first Ukrainian film festival. Why we do that? Because I know it's many talented Ukrainian scriptwriters, actors, directors. Because I work with them, I know them. And I thought it would be great to show the Ukraine through the films, cartoons, some music videos. And it was working. And also at the same time, we had a bridge between my university in Ukrainian and university in New Mexico University film department. We invite, like both sides, the film directors, producers, actors, students in Ukraine and in in New Mexico. From university, and also producers, directors who work for the film industry. And they ask each other, they have questions to each other, how the movie industry works. Same happened to me when I just moved. And it was so nice when people can communicate, find some subjects to discuss. It was very, very nice. And also the films was, we had wow, it's a nice films, it's a nice cartoons. And I was so, so happy. We also, I had some arts. We have an artist. She's very talented. And we have art, we have, some Ukrainians, special vyshivanka blouses or something. We make a food also, the Ukrainian dishes. And it was wonderful. I think it was wonderful. We plan to have a second film festival, but the COVID happened, and after, the war happened. But we're thinking about to make again film festival, second Ukrainian film festival. It's our a project.
That would be a beautiful thing to have here
and
locally.
Sister City, Sister City say, we will be your sponsors. Sponsors, I say, wonderful. Yeah, and also want to tell that I remember at the first Independence Day in 2018, I had some problems with community here because, you know, here lives like many different, from Soviet Union, the people, the Russians, from Uzbekistan, like from different different parts of Soviet Union. Mm-hmm. And I had discussions, why do you make Independence Day here? We like everybody from Soviet Union, we like not live in our countries, and say you can do it wherever you want. I want to have Ukrainian Independence Day. And the mayor, Albuquerque mayor, he was the first, Tom Keller, he was the first who signed the proclamation for Independence Day, 2018. Yeah, we were so happy. It was a wow for us at that moment. We just like begin, you know, the organization. Mm-hmm. We had a like official right now in New Mexico.
But I'm glad that your community feels supported here in Albuquerque. So I'm very happy for that. So tell me a little bit about the story of these beautiful fabrics.
Okay, this is my mama made. In the past, it's a handmade, and everything you will see like clean everything here. We usually in the past, when my grandmama made this one, usually the girl before get married, she learned how to sew in, you know, this kind of I don't know how this name, how to call, because you will need use for a marriage. We usually have them. We have like icons on the corner, and we have, you know, on the corners. It's always like Ukrainian traditions in the past in the village, and every girl have to make this. Because it's very important to have them. You usually show, you know, the future fiancé, what I have it, I made this, look at this. And this one, blouse, it's mama made for me when I was a kid. And it's very old, and this, why the Soviet Union, the Communist Party, tried to take this, we called vyshyvanka, these blouses from us, because it's our identity. Usually, women, when they doing this, they put some quotes for happiness, for a future, for positive things, you know. And my grandmother, she hide it under the ground, you know, some kind of we call drushniki, because if the communists find this, they can kill you or send you to the prisoner, because it's our identification of Ukrainians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's beautifully done. It's handmade, by the way.
Yeah, it's handmade.
It's just something that is someone who appreciates art. This is family.
Yeah, it's a family thing. So this one is more than 100 years old. It's a little bit young. Yeah, it's more younger. And I keep it, and they will go to my son, to my son wife, you know, for his kids.
From generation
to generation.
What do you think are those experiences here in Albuquerque that you say that it makes a site or a place, that Albuquerque is a place that is welcoming to the Ukrainian community? How you will describe it? And also what needs your community has that probably we can tell to the public to connect with your organization or with the Ukrainian community that will be able to assist in one way. I don't know, advocacy, it could be other type of supports, or what type of needs your communities are?
Usually, first of all, I want to thank New Mexicans people. You are amazing people. I want to tell you right away, you're just amazing people. You try to help as much as you can. We need very often, we need just like volunteers for our events. We need people. We need more people. We're so happy to meet people. We're so happy, you know, like, please come to us. We open for communication. What do you want to learn maybe from us? What interesting for you? It's like, just come to us. We have a website. We have a Facebook page, Instagram page. We all the time like doing some events, fundraisings, events. For example, the next, if I can tell, the next Saturday and Sunday, the group from Ukraine will come. It's a folk group. It's a wonderful. You will like it. Just look in our page. You will find the information. Also, we make we sponsor the workshop, like singing workshop, when the people will learn to sing the Ukrainian folk songs. Just please come. And next month we also will get Dacha Bracha. Maybe like many people know about this folk group. Dacha Bracha, it's very famous in Ukraine, and they like special people. Yes, and we need volunteers actually. If you have ideas, please come to us. We will be happy to meet you.
Thank you so much, Natalya, for this wonderful interview. I just really appreciate the time you took to come and talk and tell your stories that are so touchful, and as well all the good and amazing work that you have done for your community here. I have the fortune to interact with the Ukrainian community in the last few years, and we have invited them to the World Refugee Day, and I'm telling you, this year I ate twice because of you guys. The dessert was amazing. I just couldn't stop eating. It was so delicious. Plus everything that you bring to the plate, to the community, that belonging, that heart. And I really appreciate that you are here with us. And we want to say you belong in Albuquerque.
Thank you very much.
And your community belong in Albuquerque.
Thank
and
you.
Looking ahead, what are your hopes, just to end today's podcast, what are your hopes for the Ukrainian community in the near future?
We hope to grow, to be bigger, and to share what we have, what we know. I don't know what else. Just be open for you. We celebrate Ukrainian holidays, and we celebrate American holidays. We're like more happy, I will say, because like more holidays we can celebrate, and we of course we like study. Our mentality is changed here because the mentality is different. Ukrainian and American people is different, and we learn. I know all Ukrainians like to study. We went to universities, we raise our kids. We creative people. We want to be, like nice American citizens here. Like not really nice, but we want to United States be better. I don't know. We like try to be good citizens. Yeah. And it's it.
Well, that's wonderful, and I really appreciate everything that it was, the conversations that we had today. And with that, we end our episode. And until next time. Thanks for tuning in. You have been listening to You Belong in Albuquerque, Voices That Cross Borders. Catch your next episode soon. Welcome to the Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs at the City of Albuquerque, where we are dedicated to fostering an inclusive, vibrant community for all. Our mission is to support immigrants and refugees as they transition into their new lives, offering essential resources, advocacy, and welcoming environment. By collaborating with local organizations and community leaders, we strive to ensure that everyone has access to opportunities, education, and services necessary for success. Join us in celebrating diversity and empowering individuals to contribute to the cultural and economic vitality of our city. Together, we can make Albuquerque a place where everyone feels at home. For more information about our office, you can go to www.cabq.gov/OIRA.